Hey, what's going on, guys? And today I'm going to give you my thoughts and recap on WWE Royal Rumble 2014. Obviously, pay-per-view happened last night, and thoroughly disappointed with this pay-per-view. Not a good way to start the year. I know some people have said that they liked the show. I'm not judging them. It's their opinion. They're entitled to their own opinion, just like I'm entitled to my own. And for me, and I'm sure everyone else, match of the night was Daniel Bryan versus Bray Wyatt. It stole the show easily. No match on the show was better at all. And, I mean, really. And so let's just run down the card. But first of all, a couple things. I mean, with the main event, John Cena versus Randy Orton, I mean, I'm happy that Randy Orton, spoiler, I guess, Randy Orton did retain the title. Randy Orton could have won cleanly, but of course, John Cena can't lose a fucking match clean, and it has to be like hook or crook. I understand they're setting up a program with him and the Wyatts, but like, come on, man. Randy Orton looks like he looks like such a weak champion. Like it's like usually when they used to have heel champions like Triple H, when he was a heel champion, he didn't look this weak. He looked weak, I'll admit it sometimes, but he didn't look this weak. When Randy was a heel champion back in 2007, 2008, even 2009, he didn't look this weak. In 2009, okay, he looked pretty weak with Legacy helping him and shit, but he didn't look that weak. He got clean wins over Shawn Michaels, like at least two times. And he can't get a clean win over John Cena because John Cena has to have fucking all his fucking politics. He's almost like Hogan. Like he has to have like last say in everything. I know he probably doesn't, but like it's like, oh, I can't lose clean here. You know, it's bad for my character. No, it's not bad for your character. Put Randy over. He looks like it's such a fail. His title reign is a failure. He can't win a legitimate match. At Elimination Chamber, he's going to lose the title. My prediction. Although, who knows? I could be wrong. They might want Batista versus Randy, which I really don't want to see it. I'd rather see Batista versus Brock, at least because it's the first time ever. But, whatever. So, just to run down the card, you had your pre-show match, WWE Tag Team Championships, Cody Rhodes and Goldust, defending champions, versus the New Age Outlaws. Now, everybody and their sister knew the New Age Outlaws were going to win the titles here. It was very predictable. And I just feel bad for the teams like the Usos and the Primetime Players and even the Real Americans. Teams that are over. The Real Americans are over with the crowd, at least for me. They're over as heels. They could be more. Obviously, they could be more over, but they're over. They get a reaction. The Usos get a reaction. The Primetime Players, they get a little bit of a reaction, but there's a reaction. You bring the New Age out, and I like the New Age Outlaws. Don't get me wrong; they're again one of my favorite tag teams. But the point is, it's 2014. It's not 1999. The Usos have been getting a bunch of wins against the Wyatts. They won the steel cage match a couple weeks ago on Raw. They beat Harper, Rowan, and Bryan. They beat Bryan and Wyatt in tag action. They've beaten the Shield on a few occasions. And the New Age Outlaws, they win one match and they get a tag title shot. The Usos have a fucking series of matches with the Wyatts, win like all three of the matches, and don't get a tag title shot. I think it's just kind of shitty booking. Like, I wouldn't have given the titles to the New Age Outlaws. They don't need them. I won't say they don't deserve them, because, again, they do look good for their age. They still can move in the ring. But, in all honesty, do they really deserve them or need the titles? No, they don't. It's another accolade. It's a meaningless accolade at this point in their careers. They didn't need. Just like the Royal Rumble match, which I'll get to, which is probably one of the worst parts of the show. So, nonetheless, your new tag team champions and New Age Outlaws, and it's Triple H doing the shit, manipulating fucking power, bringing in the New Age Outlaws to win the titles and take the titles away from a great tag team in Cody Rhodes and Goldust, although hopefully they'll be starting a program soon. But, I mean, you have a team like the Usos that are so fucking over and talented, and you don't even give them a tag title shot. Maybe the Usos will take the titles away from the Outlaws. Who knows? If that happens, cool. But as of right now, whatever. I think it's bad booking. I mean, okay, sorry, I know it's probably like their last hurrah type deal, but I mean, like, I don't know. It didn't need to happen for me. Then you go on to the show, obviously. Daniel Bryan versus Bray Wyatt, first match of the show. Stole the show. Great match. Match of the year so far. I know there's also January 27th. But for me, match of the year so far, easily. I'd like to see a match that has outdone this one so far. It hasn't. This match definitely made the pay-per-view good. I'll tell you right now, match of the night easily. Great performance by Wyatt and Bryan, and one of my only few predictions I got wrong, where Bray Wyatt actually picked up the win. So good. Bray Wyatt can get a win cleanly over Bryan. Okay, next we had Brock Lesnar versus The Big Show. This match fucking sucked, and it wasn't even a match. The match portion maybe lasted 5 minutes. It was Brock Lesnar wailing on Big Show with a chair for 5 minutes. Big Show got a couple punches in. Brock Lesnar did an F5, hit the F5 the wrong way. Big Show landed like on his back instead of landing on his face. Sorry, I'm cramming my hands. Landed on his face. So Brock Lesnar did his own move wrong, or just fucked it up, or intentionally did it like that. And then Brock Lesnar just continued to wail on Big Show with a chair for another 3 minutes. Yay! Great fucking match. Sure, okay, I'll admit it did make Brock Lesnar look like a threat, but fuck, come on. Like, you couldn't even have a competitive match? So that was probably that's when I fucking started going sour with this pay-per-view. Because, okay, the New Age Outlaws and Cody Rhodes and Goldust match, it was short, but it was okay. Bryan and Daniel stole the show. And then you had these 3 shitty matches, in my opinion, that followed. So next, so obviously Brock Lesnar defeated the Big Show. I was right with that prediction. Like, everybody was right with that prediction. WWE Undisputed Championship match, John Cena versus Randy Orton. I will say, for me, it was better than the TLC match. Better than a lot of their matches that they ever had, but definitely better than their TLC match. Definitely better than Brock Lesnar versus Big Show. I don't care what you say. In my opinion, personally, way better match. Got a lot of time. Would have liked to see Randy win clean. You had a Randy hit an attitude adjustment. You had John Cena hit an RKO. Some new stuff. I'll admit, the match wasn't that boring. I thought it was going to be just like the bathroom break match. It wasn't. I'm surprised. It was a good match. Still boring at times, still pretty shitty, but in terms of John Cena and Randy Orton, and because they've feuded hundreds of times and had hundreds of matches, this match was actually okay. I'll give credit. It was okay. John Cena could have won cleanly, though. He could have won cleanly, and he didn't want to win cleanly. Sorry, he didn't want to fucking lose cleanly and put over Randy Orton. Also, there was rumors that WWE was contemplating putting a Divas Championship match onto the show. AJ Lee versus Naomi. That didn't happen. Although AJ Lee would have retained the title, no point in putting it on the show. But it would have been another match. Then you have the 30-man over-the-top Royal Rumble. Now I have a lot of problems with this match. As far as surprise entrants go in this match, first of all, I knew Kane was probably going to enter it, and he did. Because me and my dad watch the show together. Me and my dad watch wrestling every Monday night, every Friday, and all the pay-per-views. But we pretty much predicted Kane would be in the match. Other than that, I knew Sheamus or Jericho or RVD, one of those guys was going to be in the match. Sheamus returned. Sheamus looked great. Good to see him back in action. Maybe a fresh face. See what he can do. It looked really good. And looked like he hasn't lost a step, so that was cool. Kevin Nash, surprise entrant. I don't know why. Again, Triple H bringing his buddies back in. He was eliminated. Waste of time for me. Nice to see him, but JBL, probably stupidest entrant of the night, was eliminated in maybe a minute. Garbage, throw him away. El Torito, a funny entrant, and actually got an elimination he eliminated Fandango, which I loved, because fuck Fandango. But yeah, El Torito got that. The debut, probably, of Alexander Rusev from NXT. He looked pretty dominant, wasn't in there too long. Surprise entrant again with Dolph Ziggler. Back from his concussion. It's good. Maybe they'll do something with Dolph. Maybe he'll win the IC or US title. I heard they're planning to unify them. Maybe he'll win that unified title. Or they'll just continue to bury Dolph Ziggler, like they probably will. Because WWE doesn't appreciate good wrestlers anymore. Anyways, the Royal Rumble match itself. CM Punk started the match off. Seth Rollins was number 2. I like Seth Rollins. I think he's the best member of the Shield. I've said this on a few occasions. I do think he's the best wrestler in the Shield. Dean Ambrose would definitely be a number 2, and he's the best talker in the Shield, because the way he gets you, when he talks, you listen. He's a great talker, and I think he's probably the best talker in that group. Roman Reigns is 3rd. I don't think he's that good of a wrestler. Although, okay, he did throw out a couple moves at the Royal Rumble match. He looked okay. Roman Reigns is where he is because he's The Rock's cousin. technically, with the long Samoan like family line and stuff, and because he's a big guy. It's that simple. I think Roman Reigns has little to no talent. I don't see him going anywhere. Him breaking Kane's record of now 12 eliminations. I think no one should have. He didn't deserve to break the record. He could have broken next year or something when he was. Maybe Roman Reigns could have won the Royal Rumble next year, and he could have won the Royal Rumble as a babyface of breaking Kane's record. No, of course not. I think they're pushing Roman Reigns a little too fucking quickly. Roman Reigns is going to crash and burn. Sure, he might have a couple title reigns, but then again, no one's going to remember who the fuck he is. He's going to be that guy who broke Kane's record of 11 eliminations. He had 12. Oh boy. One of the eliminations was El Torito. Oh fucking boy. I know you could argue Kane had the elimination in 2001 of the Honky Tonk Man, but fuck, come on. And Drew Carey, I think, counted towards his eliminations, but come on, man. Whatever. Roman Reigns. And then the worst part of the show, two things. Daniel Bryan wasn't in the Royal Rumble match, and he did not enter or nor win the Royal Rumble match, which is a fucking crime, because Daniel Bryan should have went to WrestleMania and won the fucking title in the main event, because you heard the crowd chanting yes, obviously, again. And your winner, as I predicted, and everybody I'm sure predicted, Batista won the Royal Rumble match. Of course. He didn't do fucking anything, comes back, wins a match, gets a title shot, just like The Rock did. At least The Rock had a good match with CM Punk, I'll be fair. But The Rock came back, was given the title by CM Punk just like this. And The Rock gave the title to John Cena just like this. Now, Randy or Brock Lesnar, I think maybe Randy, will just hand Batista the title. There you go. Batista will run with it for a few months, and nothing will come of it. I think this show was, in my opinion, terribly booked for the most part. I think it was a pretty bad pay-per-view. A definite bad way to start off the year. And if you wanted me to give an actual rating out of 10, I'd probably give it 5 out of 10. 5.0, a 5 out of 10, definitely. The reason I give it a 5, Daniel Bryan and Bray Wyatt stole the fucking show easily. And John Cena versus Randy Orton wasn't the best match. I didn't like it too much, but it was okay. And there was a couple of new spots in there. And the tag titles match, short but okay. Not terribly wrestled. But Big Show and Brock Lesnar fucking sucked and destroyed the show. The Royal Rumble match was one of the worst in history, in my opinion. I mean, I've seen pretty much the Royal Rumbles that I've watched the most, 1998 to now. Except with the Royal Rumble in 2012. The one in 99 I didn't like too much either. So those three Rumbles, probably the worst. In 2014 come on the list with 99 and 2012. The Royal Rumble match, not the pay-per-view. As far as worst Royal Rumble pay-per-views go, probably 98 had an okay Royal Rumble match and a good main event, but other than that, shitty show. So definitely Royal Rumble 98 and 2012 are joined with Royal Rumble 2014 as the three of the worst Royal Rumbles of the modern era in history. So there's my review of Royal Rumble. 5 out of 10 for me. Disappointing show, horribly disappointing, and I hope they do better with Elimination Chamber. Tell me your thoughts, guys. I really want to hear what you guys think about this pay-per-view, where you stand on it, if you guys like the show, if you guys didn't like the show, if you agree with some of the reasons I hated it, maybe I'll agree with some of your reasons and I'll actually lighten up towards the show. We'll see what happens. Anyways, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys later. Peace.